12 Sports Team presents your Southern Tier Kickoff.
Good morning and welcome in once again to your Southern Tier Kickoff show exclusively right here on WBNG. I'm Zach Grady, and let me once again wish you a happy holiday as I am thankful to you for starting your Saturday off with us once again. And we will get to all of the NCAA action in store for you today, but we are going to start our Saturday morning off with 3 New York State semifinal games going on right now, right here in the Southern Tier. As we go live to Vestal High School and 12 Sports' Keith Savage, who is at Dick Hoover Stadium for all of the Saturday high school football showdowns going on. Keith, I know you said first thing here this morning, it's been a shootout between Moravia and Trumansburg. What's going on as we speak right here behind you?
By number 53, Quinn Van
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm here at Dick Hoover Stadium in Vestal. It is freezing out. It's in the teens. The snow is starting to come down, but I've been here since 9 in the morning where A-Man football kicked off. Trumansburg, Moravia, 2 teams. They played on Section 4 title just 2 weeks ago, where Trumansburg was able to win 34-12. Both squads were able to make the tournament. Going on right behind me right now, Moravia and Trumansburg, they were tied at 20 apiece in the first quarter, but now Blue Devils up 42-34 in the fourth, thanks to their quarterback. Thomas Palmer has 4 touchdowns, having one of the best games of his career. The winner of this game, they play at Moravia High School. But for the second game, we have Chenango Forks against Salamanca. The Blue Devils, they are going to be ready to have a big game. The Blue Devils, they won 42-7 against General Brown just a week ago. And Salamanca, though, this team is the real deal. They're unbeaten, 12-0. Right now, Warriors are ranked 1, and the Blue Devils are ranked 2 in the rankings. So I think this one is going to be a very good game. But if you're going to this game, it's supposed to start at noon. But based on how this game is going on behind me, this one might not end till noon. So be ready for this one to maybe start till 12:45, maybe even 1 o'clock. But this one should start late, but should be a good one. It's Finn Starks at 4 touchdowns in their last game, and he might want to have another big-time showing if they want to move on. But for the final game, it's Maine and going against the Health Science Charter, as the Spartans, they have been on fire. They won 46 of the last 47 games. With that loss coming last year to Rye in the state tournament, but they won 48-22 against Indian River a week ago. They were tied at 14, but Landon Rolo, the running back, he could not be stopped. He had 5 touchdowns and just 7 carries. Just absurd numbers by him. And I feel like this one is going to go this way. They're the top squad in their class, where it's going to be an entertaining one. But overall, a lot of good games going on at Dick Hoover Stadium. I'll be here for all 3 of them. So if anybody wants to bring some nice chicken noodle soup, I won't say no to that. But that's all I have here. Now back to you guys at the desk.
All right, Keith, man, make sure you stay warm and make sure you guys stay tuned tonight as well at 10 and 11 for all of those highlights, as Keith Savage will be there all afternoon at Dick Hoover Stadium for the New York State semifinals. I got NCAAs on the mind because that's the state semis not only going on, but the second round of the NCAAs going on for Division III football. We bring in the rest of the team, Michael Villegas, Kevin Quinn here, as we get you set and started as the Cortland Red Dragons will host number 10, the Endicott Gulls, in the NCAAs. Gentlemen, Cortland coming in 22-game winning streak. What do they have to do to make it 23? Kevin, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that Cortland really holds their hat on is this explosive offense. Whether it's Zach Boyes, their quarterback, he can get it done on the ground. He can get it done through the air. Running backs, receivers, everybody having a great season. If you look at Endicott, they do have a great defense, but if they can't slow down the Red Dragons, they're going to be in for a world of pain.
Michael, I mean, the Red Dragons offense, like he said, rolling all year, but that defense as well. You had brought it up before we talked about the number of players from the Red Dragons this year that made All-Empire 8. I mean, that team is stacked. What's going on?
On both sides of the ball, they are. You mentioned the defensive side as well. As much as everyone knows the Zach Boyes, the Jaden Alfano St. John, and then Ethan Gallo, the three, of the offensive powerhouses there. Nick Lodardo on the defensive side, big number 95 coming off the end. He is a real problem for people that they really have to take account for. So, yeah, not only do you have to stop them, like you're seeing here, as Zach Boyd's running in, but you also have to account for the defensive side of the ball, which they've stood up for. I was a little bit surprised, though, with the Cortiga game going against the Ithaca Bombers, that they did let up as many points as they did for being a powerhouse, 22-game win streak. They're 10-0 this season, but that one was a little close for my comfort.
Well, I mean, Ithaca's a great team, and actually Ithaca got a chance to play against Cortland at Endicott. Both of those teams going against the Gulls this year, both getting a win. So, I mean, listen, you mentioned the defense. You mentioned what it comes down to. I think the defense, when it comes down to this year, is going to be stopping Clayton Merengue. I mean, the quarterback for the Gulls, only 1 interception the entire season, along with 23 touchdowns passing, 9 on the ground. So that Cortland defense needs to create some turnovers, needs to do something to get the ball back into Zach Boyce's hands, control the clock. But, these two teams, they've played twice before. Cortland winner 2 times before, both in the NCAA. So hopefully we can get another Red Dragons win and maybe a chance to head down to the NCAA championship, which is down in Texas. But if you're headed to Grady Field, if you're going to head to the Cortland game and haven't gotten there yet, the weather, it's going to be interesting. So let's head on over to Connor Thompson, who's going to break down your football forecast for today's NCAA second-round matchup.
Kicking off today at noon against Endicott. Let's take a look at what we can expect for the weather there, and it is going to be a chilly one, folks. Looking at temperatures holding steady, mid to upper 20s. It's going to be breezy as well. We could see gusts getting upwards of near 20, 25 miles an hour. That's going to make it feel more like the teens and maybe even at times the single digits. So if you're heading out to the game, make sure you bundle up. It's going to be a cold one. November ending on a cold note here. Hopefully Cortland can come out with the W.